Hey everybody, welcome back to Stranded Alien Dawn. I am Mino, and Dum-Dum Mino is jumping in early for a reason. So Dum-Dum Mino did not pick anybody with a crafting skill high enough to make fuel. I said we were going to have the balloon, and we have to have fuel to have it, and I cannot make fuel because I'm a dum-dum. So I'm sending Vivian down here to study these. That will get us our cotton going. And I lucked out, and on our last scavenging run, I was able to get synthetic textiles. So I'm going to have Raka make some bandages over here at the workbench. Luckily, he is interested in crafting. Right there. So his skill is going to go up twice as fast as it otherwise would. That's the interested boost. And so we should have level 3 crafting pretty quickly, at which point he can make fuel and we'll be all set. Now, full disclosure, this is an autosave. I've played through this day almost till midnight. Now there's two ways you can get new people in the crash landing scenario. One is the balloon. That's why we're getting the balloon. There's a way to cheese that. We'll get to that before the end of the episode. Once we have the balloon. But the other way is rando dudes will walk into your camp. And that happened to us. At about 8 p.m. we got a new survivor that just walked right into our camp. And I wanted to make sure you guys were here for that. I do believe that's a scripted event. Hope I did not just lose a survivor so that I could show you this. But I'm going to try to show you this. Raka's going to make bandages, Vivian's going to study some plants, Laura's going to cut down some plants, Nova is probably going to haul the rest of our materials. Yeah, we got some food and stuff still sitting out. She'll put all that stuff in storage, and at 8 o'clock I'm going to see you guys again. Okay, I was getting a little nervous. It hit 2100 hours this time. 9 p.m. It was 1 hour later. Uh-oh. But we got him. There he is, Edmund. Edmund has joined. We gotta walk in. Of course Edmund can stay. So the only thing we gotta really do for Edmund here is get him a bed going. Let's see. Camp. Sleeping spot for Edmund. There you go, buddy. And we'll adjust our veggie soup to be until 5 for the extra guy. Let me set his priorities here. Morning day 6. We still have Raka crafting up his bandages, but he is just about to level up. I bet he gets that today. And we have Edmund continuing research. He's going to be doing weaponsmithing and tailoring, so we can get that going, and then the spaceship deconstruction, so we can start getting some high-level stuff from these debris pieces. While all that happens, we got Vivian cooking over there, and she'll probably start hauling stuff around. The bugs are coming. Sometime between day 7 and 10 is usually when the first bug attack happens. We've got a couple of weapons. We're gonna be alright. But the first couple of bug attacks are doable without a real defense, other than your people being ready and shooting at them. After the second one, you better start having some fences up and some basic defensive structures. So we can let this one slide, but we're going to have to move a little bit faster. Hopefully we can get this balloon going before too long. Because that's the key to getting more people, and more people means faster building. So, let's do this. There he goes. So, Raka just got level 3 crafting. So we can now stop these oh, perfect, look at that. He got it right when the bandages hit their limits, so you could not have timed that better, Big Bubba. We are now going to change over to liquid fuel. We're going to need 60 of those. 30 for the balloon, and then 30 to refill the balloon. That takes 10 vegetable oil, which I believe we've already crafted our 6 sets of that. Let's see, that is over here. And yeah, in stock, 60. So, we're set. Let's hope he doesn't fail on the build, because otherwise we've got to make more oil and do that whole thing again. We've got 200 grain. That's some, but it's not the best. There's still some more wild stuff we can pick, though. So, yep, off to it. So that is what we need to do the long-distance travel, I believe. Yes, sirree, Barbarino. Cancel all that out, and we will put all of this right behind it. Yep, there we go. That is priority. Edmund, what are you doing? You're transporting? No, you are not. Research that. We got to get going. This is what I was talking about. Look at that. Sleep parasite. Unknown parasite causing me fatigue. When it starts, it'll be only Vivian with it. If you look under health condition, whole body, sleep parasite. Nobody else has it, but they will. It is insane contagious, and within like 2 or 3 days, they'll all have it. But guess what, everybody? Nova has a healing of 5. So they'll have that sleep parasite for 3 or 4 days, maybe 5, and then all of a sudden they'll say, hey, we found a cure, and they'll be fine. So we're going to be alright, but that's why I took the doctor. Alright, so now that I'm all proud of myself, and that we scavenged fuel so I can quit making it, we're just waiting on that research to finish, which should finish relatively early tomorrow. Unfortunately, day 7 is tomorrow, and we haven't had a bug attack yet, so we're going to have to keep everybody pretty close, because that's coming. I want to get past that little hump so that we can stretch out again for a few days. Alright, nighty-night. So while things are still relatively safe, I want to go ahead and get some farming started. We need just our food crops going. Our best farmland is way over here. I don't know if I want to do that with the bugs a-coming. So let's just start building that direction, and we might have to move things as time goes along. We'll start with the grain, and that's going to be our big boy crop, so we're just going to double this up right out the gate. And we're going to need our buttermelon. Let's do a nice long one, right? There we go. Let's just finish that out for symmetry purposes. There. That is going to be more than enough food, I think, for 5 people. We may end up needing a little more. I don't know. But, well, if they die this winter, we gave it a shot, right? I don't think that will be the case, though. We can eat the bugs. We're going to be eating the bugs. So, there's going to be bug meat on the menu before long. Just now noon, and hot air balloon is done. Long distance travel ready. Weapons smithing on the way, followed by tailoring. We are off to a decent start. Now we got to build the balloon. That is under science. And I will pop you in right there. Yeah, because I'm not going to be using that spot no matter what we do. Okay, as soon as that is built, we're going to be able to fly off on adventures. And hopefully find more folks. So, that's the main point. There is a diminishing return. At the beginning, year 1, early on, those little missions tend to find people pretty frequently. Like 1 and 2. You find people a lot. But as the years tick by and time goes later, fewer and fewer people. I mean, it makes sense. They died or got rescued or whatever. But as far as you finding more survivors for your playthrough, the earlier you get this done, the better off you're gonna be. So we got it done by day 7. That's a pretty good start. So the hot air balloon is built, but end of day 7, no bug attack yet. Yeah. I don't think it's the best time to be sending somebody out on an expedition. because if the bugs do come, we don't need to be missing anybody, I don't think. Well, I say that. I think we could spare Vivian. I think we could spare Vivian if it comes down to it. So if a mission comes up, right now I think all we can do is explore. Yeah. We can explore. Sometimes that can find people. Sometimes that's just a waste of time. You'll get these rando missions now that you have a balloon. They'll pop up within a day or two. I'll wait until a mission shows up. And if one shows up before the bug attack, I may send her. And if none show up, we're not going to go exploring on our own till after. Yeah. Yeah, that's the plan. So, let's let the research continue. And, oh, now that weaponsmithing is done, before we get that going too far, start building us, yeah, crossbows just take sticks and, yeah, no real metal. So, we're gonna do short bows. 5 short bows. We'll come back to crossbow when we have our metal going a little cleaner. We got a thunderstorm going on the morning of day 8, but yeah, I think we need to readjust slightly. I'm gonna put actually a couple of these. We're gonna need a power pole here, or not power pole, lightning rod. And I'm gonna go ahead and start our cloth blossom farm over here. Not the best situation to be starting at this early, but we're gonna need this. We're gonna need this. In fact, we're gonna extend it because we need quite a bit of it. It'll go around that lightning rod there. That's gonna be for all of our clothing and everything else. That might be a little too much, but if we store it, that doesn't go bad too quickly. So, you know, fingers crossed. I also studied these the bushes and whatnot. We're gonna need sticks, sticks and blade grass. I'm gonna have to put out here somewhere. I don't particularly care about protecting that. Probably put our house like here-ish. So back over here looks like a good place for that. That is where we'll put a big old blade grass field. There we go. And right by it, we're going to put a big old field of bushes. Let's see, bushes. Big bushes. A field of big bushes. Going in. Coming at you. Let's go ahead and extend that a little bit. Those don't produce a ton. I think I might go ahead and harvest these. Yeah. Set those to harvest so we don't just lose them. And, yeah. Off those go. I don't know that she'll get to this. It's just Laura going right now. But, we have helping hands cutting some bushes and hauling stuff, so hopefully before too long everything comes together. Now I don't... Yeah, see, he's over here cutting. Nobody's researching tailoring. Edmund, we're gonna have to reprioritize him. We'll deal with that here in a minute too. I might do that off camera. Okay, we're gonna let them go and hopefully get some stuff done before the bugs show up. Okay, day 9 a.m. It looks like that's when the bugs showed up. 30 of the boogers. That's several. I'm not used to 30. Okay. Well, 30 it is. Okay. We can do this. What we got to do first is arm our folks that we want to be fighting. I think I'm going to use... Yeah, let's use all of them. There we go. Everybody armed. Draft. And come here. Now, this will make them unhappy because they're not getting to do anything except do what you tell them to do. and will get behind on their chores. But this is a lot easier than taking out the bugs head on, especially since we don't have any defenses built yet. If we can pick them off, that's all the better. Okay, so they're down here. Let's take a vantage point right about here and see what we can do. Pathing on this is all kinds of broken on hills, which can be advantageous if they're charging you, but since they're not charging us, it's just painful. See, now here comes one. Get him. Thank you. Now what we're going to try to do is skirt around the edge, yeah, and scoot them in one or two at a time. Good luck to us all. $17 of those boogers left. There we go. Okay, before we move on, let's see how everybody's handling things. What I'm looking at is weapon condition. If they bash these guys with their weapons, it will damage their weapons. Also, having the weapons out and in use will slowly degrade the weapons. So we're going to have to put the weapons up when we're all done. But we're not done. It looks like, yeah, she's bleeding, everybody else is alright. And we got med kits. We're going to be okay. 11 of these guys left. Let's get to it. Okay, 5 left. There's some of them. Oh, I see that one that was hiding in there? I wouldn't have even spotted that guy. 1 left. That's that guy. Everybody good. Alright. Now what we need to do is undraft. And unequip all of your stuff. That way the weapons get preserved, they don't go bad. Once we build more weapons, we'll let them just carry them around, but until then, we're going to be nice and safe with them. So they're going to put those up. Laura will get treated by Nova, most likely, and then we can get about our business. Planting, building, yada yadas, and waiting on our first expedition to show up, which being day 9, I expect a little mission to pop up any time. We're gonna wait and see when that shows. Yeah. Falling rescue pod. Okay, now here is a cheeky thing. I pause. When this appears, you have 1 hour until it's going to just screen up on you and go, hey, there's a falling pod, and you have to read it. Before this happens, make a save. Make a save while that is still there. Okay? We're going to do that. Okay. So now that you've made a save, now you look at this. See, oh my, you've got a rescue pod in the distance, so I wonder if there are survivors. There may be, there may not be, and you don't know which survivor it's going to be. Those are kind of a RNG kind of situation. Now here's the trick. If you look at the expeditions, you have 3 days to go there. In 3 days, this disappears. There, travel time is 5 hours, so your survivor that you send will be gone for 5 hours, do their thing, and then it takes 5 hours to come back. So it's really 11 hours. 5, and then the 1 hour that they're there doing things. 11 hours minus the survivor. Not the biggest deal if you're in between attacks like we are right now. However, the hour they land, so like right now it is 1800 hours. Whenever they land, that determines the RNG. So every time you start this over, you're going to get the same thing if you leave right now at 1800 hours, you send somebody, you're going to get the same result on every save. But if you wait 2 or 3 hours, so that you leave at, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, a little bit later. You'll land at a different time, and that gives you a different result. It seems to be about every 2 to 3 hours difference is a new RNG roll. And at your save point, that's where you started it. So if you don't like the result, if you don't like the survivor that you get, or if you just don't get a survivor, go back to your save, wait 2 or 3 hours, go again. So that's a fun little trick. Vivian is sleeping and awaiting treatment. Nova is healing Vivian. So we're going to send Vivian as soon as Vivian is better. That's what we're going to do. Now you're still going to heal her, right? Yeah. So as soon as Vivian's better, she'll go off on her expedition. And let's hope we find survivor number 6. That'd be awesome. There goes Vivian, leaving at 1900 hours. Alright, so that little trick I told you about the balloon, I'll show you what I mean. She will be leaving at 1900. We will set the next one to leave at 2200. I think that'll be enough of a difference to have a different result. I'm going to save it whenever she gets back. Maybe. If I like the survivor, we're going to go ahead and keep him. If not, whichever we roll the second time, that's what we keep. We're just going to live with the RNG. But if you want to cheese it, that's how you cheese it. Which I've been known to cheese it. We may do that later if we start striking out on survivors before the end of the year. Just about to turn 2 a.m. This should be right around the time Vivian is finishing up her mission. Yeah, time remaining 0 hours. So any second we're going to get her little pop-up over here. And it's going to say that her mission is complete. There it is. And too late, mangled body lies twisted. They got attacked. You can get out of there, or you can try to scavenge. She has a very low physical, so chances of doing harm to her is high. Chances of her bringing home something good is low. So probably just leave. And that's a bummer roll, isn't it? Doesn't that suck? Okay, so let's load up our last save. Watch this noise. Now, if we leave now to the falling pod, we're going to get the same result. It's going to be a mangled body. Do you want to scavenge stuff? Do you want to not scavenge stuff? Yada yada. It'd be the same. Because we left at the same time. That's not going to happen. 2100 hours. See, now we've waited a couple hours. Now we'll send Vivian. There we go. There we go. So she left 2 hours later. Well, actually, 2200 hours. It just ticked over right when she left. That's probably what it would count out as at 2200. She was still on screen. So, yeah. So now let's see what happens when she lands this time. Almost 4 a.m. and we should have just about caught up. There she is. And look at that. You found a survivor. Neris joins the party. Welcome, Neris. You see? Just like that. Isn't that fun? So, if you guys want to exploit a built-in system of RNG, there you go. That's a fun one to do, too. Anyway, thanks for joining. Glad I could show you guys that little secret. Don't forget to like and subscribe if that helped you out. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. See you soon.